Hello everybody, this is ScubaTY, and today I'll be diving the RMS Rhone located in Tortola. The Rhone was a UK Royal Mail ship that is located offshore Black Point Rock near Salt Island. The ship was wrecked from a hurricane in 1867 by hitting Black Rock Point. When the ocean water reached the boiler, there was an explosion that broke the ship in half. 123 people lost their lives from the wreck. The bow of the wreck was sitting in 80 foot deep of water, while the stern sat at just 35 feet. Here's a lobster hiding. During the first dive, we went to the bow of the ship and went to the stern on the second dive. Some of you may recognize this shipwreck because the wreck was used to film the 1977 movie The Deep. Seen here is a cuttlefish. As I get closer, you can see it change color to match the sea floor. They contract their muscles to change the color of their pigment in their skin to avoid predators and hunt. The wreck of the Rhone is approximately 310 feet in length, making it a very large shipwreck to dive. The visibility of the dive wasn't great, but it is still diveable. We are making our way to the bow of the boat, where the dive master said he saw 2 seahorses last dive. During my dive, I almost swam into this huge jellyfish. After research, I believe this jellyfish species is called a sea nettle. If you think I'm wrong, just say it in the comments below. We finally reached the bow of the wreck. After reaching this part of the wreck, it made me realize how large the wreck really was. Seen here is some purple gorgonian coral on the mast of the shipwreck. The wreck included a lot of these column formations. I also saw another jellyfish on my dive, smaller than the last one though. On our ascent, we noticed an anchor of the wreck. We then began our safety stop to end our first dive. Seen here are 2 cuttlefish swimming together. It's very hard to see them because of their camouflage. An orange-spotted filefish hides in a small piece of rubble from the wreck. We just arrived at the wreck. Looks like it could be another mast. I then saw a large porcupine fish. It then got startled and swam away very quickly. Here's lots of rubble from the wreck. You can also see that the visibility isn't as clear as the Caribbean normally is. I also found the same or different porcupine fish from before. Here's a closer view of the porcupine fish. Seen here are lots of sponge and gorgonians with colorful fish. The wreck provided a home for a lot of wildlife. We finally reached the stern of the wreck, which sits in only 35 feet deep of water. I also saw more gorgonians growing on the side of this piece of wreckage. Here's a close-up of a saucer-eye porgy. I now made it above the rubble of the wreck, which serves as a home for thousands of small fish such as these sergeant majors. I found some more wreckage that looked like a line of pillars. I enjoyed seeing these because of the amount of wildlife around them. Here's me swimming next to them. A jolt-head porgy swims nearby. Here's a juvenile trumpetfish I spotted drifting through the current. Here's actually my favorite video I took on both dives. A stunning French angelfish swims past the pillars, which is one of my favorite fish. We then continued on the Rhone dive. Here's a large part of the shipwreck that was completely covered in coral. I then got a really good close-up of a smooth trunkfish. I'm very surprised because they are normally very skittish. Rubbing this window is good luck for the divers because it was one of the windows of the only passengers to survive the wreck. I was then able to swim next to a huge propeller through a swim-through underneath the wreck. During our ascent, I saw a huge batch of fire coral. Make sure to stay away from this because it'll cause you a burning sensation and a rash. I don't know how this happened, but I also found half of a lobster. At the end of the dive, I saw a yellow-headed jawfish sticking out of his burrow. I hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching.